Throw Gang, we are joined by 38 Hollis, Lawrence Schwartzman,
Yes.
and myself, the food poisoning Poseidon, James Harris. Welcome to the weekly Running of the Boys, which today's full episode only available on
www.throwingfits.com. I just want to be nice. That's a Two Hollis reference, and you wouldn't know that.
Hell yeah. Before we get into reviewing the corner store, copying expensive Japanese Johns for your birthday, and tariffs hitting all the fashion homies, let's get into a fit check.
Oh, damn. I can't have Two Hollis as the outro music. First
You know
of all,
what? For your birthday, you can.
yes.
Two Hollis.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to officially a 38-year-old podcast. And
I
personally,
put Two Hollis on last year's Fitties, and I think you're like, who's that?
I'm pretty sure I put Two Hollis on last year's videos and net spend.
Incorrect.
This is a 38-year-old pod officially, and honestly, I think that's fucking epic.
Yeah.
Awesome sauce, dude.
Wow, that's so fucking epic bacon. Speaking of which, bro, got you a little birthday
Oh
gift.
no! Is it Two Hollis? Physical
Happy
media?
birthday to you.
What is? Oh, is it a cinnamon roll?
It's a cinnamon bun
I don't know if this vibes with my diet.
from Radio Bakery.
All right, let's try
Since
it.
you're since you love cursed millennial TikTok food bait places,
I
I waited 4 hours online at Radio Bakery in the
Stop.
rain just to get you the hottest cinnamon bun. Which, if you don't know about Radio Bakery, are you living under a fucking rock?
So explain. So what is What is Radio Bakery, and actually, how long did you wait in line?
I think it's the folks that own Rolo, and it's literally like, I don't know. It's in Greenpoint,
Rollo's, or whatever. Rollo's in Queens,
a little restaurant in Ridgewood.
Yeah.
Dropped by Jeremy, what's his name from The Bear, on I don't know, Fallon or some shit. And whatever. It's just like a fucking the bakery du jour.
See? Oh, I got fucking icing on the mic.
Icing on the mic.
You wanna also? So it's a croissant cinnamon roll.
No, it's a cinnamon roll. How is it?
Spectacular.
Well, now that you're 38, all you get is one bite. Now eat your fucking veggies. Go hit your cardio.
You're not gonna try
That's it? No, bro. I'm 38. I'm good.
First of all, I would like to be clear on one.
It's not my birthday.
Want to be clear on something. Between the two of us, who just went to the dentist and had a cavity? Not to
We're
spoiler
gonna talk
alert.
about it. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it.
Wait. So what? How long did you actually wait for this? This is
Like 2.5 hours.
really.
Yeah.
What else did you get?
No. It was down the block from the dentist, which I think that's why my dentist is doing so well, because it's down the street from. How is it?
It's really good. It's a
We're-
little too sweet for me.
Yeah, it's caked in icing.
Yeah.
All we're doing is reviewing cursed millennial TikTok places. First up, Radio Bakery. Next up, the corner store.
The corner store is like millennial coded and cursed for sure.
Absolutely, but I think it's like millennial coded in a way that is Gen Z bait. We're like, oh, remember like a time when there wasn't recessions and there wasn't presidents
And tariffs.
kowtowing to Israel and
Yeah.
drone strike in the Middle East? It's like, nope, we had that too.
Yeah.
When we were your age.
Yeah. It's a history. Listen, bro.
It rhymes.
It might not repeat itself, but it sure does rhyme. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That is wonderful.
I waited 10 minutes. Lawrence, as the birthday boy,
Yep.
go ahead and give us a fit check.
Okay,
What's your birthday fit?
Let's get right into it. I mean, it is my birthday week. Technically, my birthday was on a Sunday. It was yesterday. You're hearing this on Tuesday. My boots are Our Legacy Camions. The socks are Shiro. I think it's like a cashmere blend, which is nice on this. It's kind of fucking shitty day.
Yo, what the fuck, God?
What the hell, dude? Did God not hear that it was my fucking birthday?
God is ass.
What the fuck, God? The jeans are vintage Levi's 501s. Got a nice little release hem today. The belt is Mon Italy.
Dick dangle.
The pleaser is Cortez. The shirt is Armani jeans, vintage, of course. The hat is Throwing Fit Small Talk Studio, as seen on Patrick Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Congrats on surviving the White Lotus season 3.
Thanks, Axe.
Congrats on getting jerked off by your brother. Spoiler alert. Honestly, him wearing it and touching down in Australia for whatever White Lotus press tour that they were on inspired me to break it back out.
Yeah. You know what the difference is?
It's his. Can we say that we talked? He said it was his favorite hat. He told us.
Well, he's like, I didn't know what you guys were. I just have your hat.
Don't fucking ruin it.
What? You're the one that posted a celebrity wearing our shit.
Oh, and it's not going to be the last time that you people see it in case you missed it. And it was one of those things where it's funny you say that. You know how because IG is fucking cooked, like sometimes if you take a couple days off and you go back to stories and there's no link and you're not trying to promote the job you do that fucking keeps a roof over your head, like your stories will go crazy. It's my most seen story ever was me flexing a celebrity wearing our merch.
Yeah, which is crazy that I guess maybe Instagram loves that because personally, this is just me personally speaking, I find that when brands like post a celebrity wearing their thing, it's a bit fucking corny.
Are we a brand?
Yes.
Okay. Touche.
Made clothes. Did Small Talk post him wearing it? No.
Were
not
they?
necessarily.
Did you send it to Nick and Phil?
Phil's the one that told me.
What?
Yeah.
They didn't post, guys, because it's not available.
Well, wait. What did we talk about it on pod? I forget. Maybe?
No. This was last. This was
Phil is the one that sent it to me.
This happened after we podded last week. So this is the first pod since Patrick Schwarzenegger was seen wearing his favorite hat.
Something happened. I don't know. And Phil just hit me with the TikTok that I then shared with the group chat where it's like, the news.com.au's like, stars of the HBO hit, the White Lotus have been spotted in arriving Thailand. And then, that's what I shared. And then you found the Daily Mail clip and then you downloaded the photo and then you posted to your Instagram story. What are your thoughts on brands posting celebrities wearing their shit? Because we are famously anti the celebrity fashion industrial complex where we know it's just, they're not choosing. 99.9% of the time, they're not choosing to wear the shit. Patrick, obviously, as the hottest, star in the zeitgeist right now, he definitely chose this.
Of course. It wasn't a personal shopper on Mr. Porter.
It wasn't a stylist just being like, give me two of everything, Mr. Porter.
No, Patrick obviously is listening right now along with you guys because it is the only podcast that matter. Okay, here is my pussy ass answer. It 1000% depends on two things. The celebrity and do they look good, right? When Timmy was going crazy.
I forgot that in your old age, as your dementia has kicked in, you've become a celebrity apologist.
First of all,
celeb do it, Larry Likey.
We are getting older. That is true. Everyone is. Everyone is.
Nah, bro, your two Hollis references are keeping you young forever.
I just feel like I get younger every day.
That is how time works.
And maybe that is brain rot.
That's just your Benjamin Button baby dick.
Yeah.
As my penis shrinks every day, I feel like I'm just turning into a little baby.
Yeah. He looked cool, though. It's fun. I will say, all right, here's some mental gymnastics for you. We see Patrick Schwarzenegger wearing the Throwing Fits hat. He's wearing that with an aloe sweatsuit, I believe is the term. And I showed it to, who did I show it to? It might have been my brother, but I was like, yo, he's kind of like going crazy in the aloe sweatsuit. I'm just like I'm completely apologizing.
Celebby where we Larry Likey.
He looky goody.
Patrick looking good.
Rolly on the wrist, wavy on the fingy.
Yep. One of your draws.
Wifey on the pinky. Girl on the other hand. My draws are Brady Brand.
Can we explain that joke? So we had a script sent to us.
We talked about this video last week. We didn't say who wrote this.
We're never going to, but
it'd be very obvious.
One of the
May 1st.
One of the lines was like, suggested lines was like, we're talking about like wearing underwear. And it's like, oh man, you can see his draws. Some good Southern draws, dude. Yeah. They call me Lou Draws.
Yeah. When you get your briefs, your boxers, whatever, from below the Mason-Dixon line, those are Southern draws.
Yeah.
Lorazepam. The Piper. The sunglasses are Gucci, and
the sunglasses on this gray. You know what? It's your birthday. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, dude. And now that I have a brand new non-streetwear sticker laptop,
how long is that gonna last?
And a brand new. I'm not.
Yo, all the streetwear brands out there, make sure to send Larry your best and most garish and brightest and ugliest stickers because my man's got a fucking new computer.
I am bummed because P. Johnson that gave us these. I don't know if they were custom made because I'm like,
no, those are
for us. I think those must have been for us.
Those are widely available.
Oh, really?
Yes.
They made a podcast centric sticker.
Yes.
I mean, it's a famous meme.
Anti-podcast.
Listen to a podcast. I'd rather listen to my rodcast.
Yes.
Fishing joke. I would like another one of those on this. And other than that,
get your razor and peel it off your old laptop.
Maybe. That seems like a lot of work to recreate.
Yeah, that's way too much
laptop
work to do.
But yeah, I took the pic this week on my new iPhone. Just feeling honestly feeling 38, dude, in a good way.
Nice,
in a good way.
James, what did you
trim? James, what? Yo, twin, what did you wear today? You're looking very
Twizzy,
trim.
I'm looking fucking trim in my Throwing Fits X DMA duck boot hybrids with the green suede because it is nasty and shitty out. This is the worst type of weather. It's like low 40s and raining.
It's pissing.
It's nasty.
It's spitting.
The jeans are Legace Vast Cut. I picked these up in London. Shout out Soraya. Sorry, I'll say her name correctly. In the London, our Legacy store. The t-shirt is Colin Meredith. The crew neck is Lou Equipment. Lou Equipment.
Shout out Lou, whoever you are.
Shout out Lou Draws. The hat is Stu Nicholson. The hoodie is Stussy Work Gear. Bottega, gift from Morocco. Haynes Draws. No sunglasses because it's raining out and I'm a normal person. And that's it.
Oh, I forgot. My jacket is Aaron Levine, New York.
You always forget the fucking jacket,
I know,
bro.
dude. Shout out Aaron. And shout out fucking Nolan. Thank you, guys.
Sipping on a Topo Chico and a Clean Canteen of Lord Said's finest. All right, let's get into the meat and potatoes. Lawrence.
Yep.
Happy birthday. How'd you celebrate?
Thanks, bro. Jenna and I were finally able to go to the corner store.
Oh, yeah?
Which, as you mentioned, is it still crazy hyped on TikTok? From my experience with getting the res, it was very difficult, so I would imagine it is, but I don't know if it's still the hottest in the streets.
Oh, I forgot to mention. We were joined by the podcast Prince. He got movies out the ass. Call that a cinema. Must be in Swag the Dog. How is De Niro's HOF, man? Hit a lick. Get it, Alec?
Yeah, I got
Alec Guinness. Hit Alec. Call him Darth Vader. How he's killing these Guinnesses. Not at a ping pong show, but he be packing lips. Ops are grade A pussies. How they on his letterbox. It's electric how he put that shit on whenever he dumps hit grid. Whenever his dumps hit grid. Doesn't want a handyman, but you tools jacking his drip. Never skips cardio. How he keeps it so trim, Twizzy.
Twizzy's done, dude. We're just on Twizzy.
Oh, yeah, twin?
Unless you're Yeet.
Oh, sorry.
Yeet's over, dude.
Damn.
We're on that too hollow shit. Yo, shout out fucking Holly, dude. What was I gonna say?
Net, where's Joya at Net?
Yo, the Guinness thing is funny because one of the things Jenna got me besides this reservation was she got me a brand new. This is honestly, you're gonna love this when I wear it on the pod. It's a brand new Guinness dad hat.
Cool.
Yeah, to let everyone know that I drink.
This guy fucking.
So you've never been to the corner store and you never tried?
No, and I don't want to go ever, but I'm curious in your anthropological observations of what is, I think currently like the king, maybe it's like the Yeet of like kind of cursed TikTok, like impossible to get into.
It's
spots.
The Yeet of restaurants.
Yeah,
they're working in 2093.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm curious. Like this is, I don't know. I know it is like the spot that Taylor Swift would go to a bunch with.
Really?
With Travi. Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Shit. How long has it been open?
I don't know.
So
who cares?
Last week before my birthday, Jenna and I was in the area and she was like, "Oh, why don't you go swing by Corner Store, which is on? It's in Soho. It opened
in September 2024. So she
West
was
Broadway in Houston.
It's like 9 months ago. She was like, yo, go swing by that restaurant and get you a birthday reservation?
Not necessarily, no. Okay. She said, why don't you swing by and like see what the line is like? Because she's like, if it's less people than presumably the amount of bar seats, she's like, why don't you just pop in line? I'll play hooky, duck out of work early. Apologies if anyone from Warby Parker is listening. And she's like, let's test it out. She had been with a girlfriend and they had a great experience, but she wanted to go with me and try some more stuff. Anyway, so I go and wait online at like, let's call it 4:45. They open up at 5.
When was it? Sorry.
This was last week, maybe last, I don't know, Tuesday or Wednesday.
I had to like go.
I had an appointment in the West Village at J Muser, and I walked over. Anyway, so as we're waiting in line, and the line is not crazy.
Describe to me the type of folk online?
Just girly pops, girlies. Yeah. Just
in the Brandy Melville.
No, older, right? Like you're saying, it's definitely, while it sure is popping off on TikTok and people of all
espresso martini crowd.
Yeah. I mean, there's a whole martini menu section of the
filthy, dirty, slutty little martini crowd.
I'll talk about what we ordered and give some thoughts there.
No, but that's a type of girly pop. I feel like is like, I want the dirtiest fucking martini. I want it to look like
the dirty martini.
Scrape the subway floor and squeegee that shit into my glass.
It's called the filth on the menu, so
that's disgusting.
There you go. So
unpredictable. Okay.
The door guy walks out and he's like, "Yo, does anyone here have a reservation?" Maybe one couple was like, "Yeah," and they're in the back, so he brings them in. They have a res. Totally understandable. We finally make our way in at about 5:05, and we walk in. The whole bar is totally open, besides 3 seats or whatever. Go to the maitre d'. Hey, how are you? We're cool with just sitting at the bar, like just the two of us. She's like, okay, yeah. So, there's no walk-ins, so you can put your name in, and if anybody cancels at the bar, otherwise we'll alert you and let you know. And we're like, okay, it would have been cool if maybe the door guy said that. I don't want
his job.
But he asked if anyone had any reservations, and when the whole line said no, maybe it's on the people waiting to know that there is no walk-ins at all. which is crazy because just a month ago when Jenna went with her girlfriend, like I said, they were walk-ins.
Did Jenna post from there?
Did she post
Did
from
she
there?
post when she went with his girlfriend? The girlfriend?
Maybe. I don't remember.
So maybe like that's the ripple effect.
Oh, okay. All right. So, So we say thanks, but no thanks. I had an event to attend to, so I didn't have the time to wait around in Soho to get a cancellation. So Jenna and I were a bit bummed, and I'm not going to lie, I was pretty pissed about that. I'm like, I just waited in line. I was annoyed.
Do you think it was your fit? Like,
no.
Like in Miami? Like, what the fuck, man?
I don't think so.
Do you see what I'm wearing?
No.
We got all dolled up and shit.
I mean, listen, in terms of like you see
my fucking belt dangling like a big old fucking cock?
Yeah.
Come on.
Unfortunately, the belt was not able to big dick my way in.
You didn't helicopter around?
I did not. Yeah, to the female maitre d'. No. Is there a maitre d'? Is that like a gendered, like traditionally? Because you speak French, you spoke with Nicolas.
That's a man, and a woman that's a maitre d' is a maitre v'.
Oh, because she's YVL, dude.
Yes.
Yo, twin trim, dude. Okay. So because of that disappointment, Jenna was sweet and she emailed the restaurant via her Warby email. And I believe...
Oh, she didn't use the throwing fits assistant at gmail.com?
No, but she kind of like... You're not totally on the wrong track here because she was like... Hello from Warby.
Wow.
She might have offered up like a promo code, some free glasses. She definitely linked to our Instagram.
Why?
It's my husband's birthday. He has a podcast. That podcast is Throwing Fit. Maybe it was my personal. I don't know. But she laid it on thick.
She used the Warby Parker Instagram.
It worked because she got transferred to the head of communications at All of Catch Steak, who owns the corner store. And we were able to get a 5 p.m. reservation at the bar on Friday, which honestly, I am into. You're an early eater as well. So I'm not like mad that we didn't get a, 8 p.m. in the back room or something like that. I don't care.
Sure.
So we were able to go to the corner store. And this time, I'm not going to lie. I told her this. Now that we were the people that when the guy says, do you have a reservation? And we walked right in. As we sat down at the bar and got our menus, I told her, I said, I know I'm supposed to have empathy because I was just that other kind of person. Not even fucking a week ago. I was like, but I feel so good right now and so superior.
I have empathy for those dumb fucking assholes outside.
Exactly.
What was your fit? Do you wear did you get all fucking dulled up because it's your big birthday
No,
meal?
what was I don't even remember.
Come on, bro.
I think I wore the same Aaron Levine jacket.
Okay. Oh, you're like, yeah, I'm going to slum it in my workwear.
I think I wore second layer boots.
My made in Italy workwear.
Yeah, I think I wore a pair of trousers, maybe Studio Nicholson. I didn't look bad. I tucked my shirt in.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Take it easy, bro. Still my birthday
subjective.
week.
It's subjective. I'm saying you didn't look bad. You got rejected from Chateau Zizi's, not even Zizi's club.
Right. Excuse, not even the club, dude. Just the Chateau. It is exactly
you talking shit about the Chateau. You can't even get inside.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, I never see you at the Chateau, bro. So it's exactly what it's kind of marketed as, which is like the name is Corner Store because it's kind of like high-end flips on like fun American food. So like there are pizza rolls on the menu. There are
what?
Okay. There's a spinach artichoke dip. It's like a high-end. Someone told me
it's like Hillstone. Well, okay. So I mean, look, this is like comfort American nostalgia. Yeah. This is why we love Bernie's. This is why we love Hillstone.
Mm-hmm.
This is why you pay. How much for the shrimp cocktail?
Oh, it was we didn't get it, but it was definitely over. It was like $28, maybe.
Jesus fuck Christ,
that's a lot, right?
What do you get? Like sliders?
I got the tomato martini. Honestly, really fucking good.
It's like a salad.
I got a dirty Shirley. Okay. Feel like Mark Anthony Green, dude. It was
Wario Mark Anthony Green.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, feeling like Mark Anthony Green if he was cool.
No, feel like Wag.
Yeah, right. Mark Anthony Green. Yep. We got spinach artichoke dip. Solid. But it's spinach artichoke dip. We got pizza rolls. That to me was an interesting flip on the Totino's that you know and love.
What was like upscale about it?
The ingredients and how it was prepared. It wasn't like a frozen pizza roll that you get in a bag at the supermarket.
Okay. So it was like, like high-end grains and shit.
I went with the French dip, which was it's a Wagyu French dip. And the au jus comes out and they pour it into like a fucking goblet.
Do you sip it?
Yeah, of course, dude. Come on.
Did you go vert like you do with the wines whenever they pour you?
I think a little Uzi vert on the au jus goblet.
Bro, it's your birthday, and it's
true.
Also it's you.
Yeah, that's fair.
You take. I forgot about this, but whenever you get an afternoon espresso, you drink the espresso, you go little Uzi vertical, and then you take water.
Yeah.
And you
every last drop
pour it into the espresso.
No, it's a splash to just like kind of clear it out, and then one little shooter, one last shooter for the road. I do that at home too. Jen is always like, "This is insane and disgusting." So
yes,
you're not
correct.
wrong.
Correct. She is correct.
The French dip.
Yeah,
a lot of people say that that's like a highlight. They are not wrong. It was spectacular and without a doubt probably the best French dip I ever had in my life. I understand what I'm saying. Like that is that enough to jump through? To be publicly embarrassed and jump through 1,000 hoops and have your wife pretend to be your assistant or whatever to like eat. I don't know. I think that's depends on how much you like French dips, but it was spectacular. The homemade horseradish was fire. We got the fries, nothing to write home about. And the big thing with the fries is you get like 3 little flights of like all of the sauces that they are homemade, which is a homemade mac sauce, a homemade avocado ranch, and then a homemade kind of horseradish, which obviously already comes with the French dip, as French dips do. That to me, it's like, then we're just doing too much.
Tell me about the vibe. Tell me about the service. Tell me about the clientele. Tell me about the music. Tell me about the lighting.
It looks exactly like every other place now, which is it's dark. There's wood. There's emerald green. The service is great. We were at the bar.
Oh, leather bag.
Oh, our bartender. Shout out Jimmy, Asian bartender named Jimmy.
Okay.
Honestly, filled my heart to the brim.
Why is that?
Because I felt like you were there.
Oh, because another Asian guy named Jimmy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So that the service was great. The crowd, it's the girlying, and then you have high-end date night with like, it's a swagless dude like with a Rolex Daytona and, his wife with, super expensive, or girl with his partner with a super expensive Bottega bag, taking pictures. Not that I wasn't taking photos or anything. I'm not going to pretend I'm better than that. It's my birthday.
How many pictures you take of, how many pictures did Jen take of you?
None. No, take a picture of the food. I mean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I took one picture of the French dip because I wanted to have because it was that good. Oh, and then Jenna got the filet. Jenna got the filet with black truffle butter, and then we got a side of mashed potatoes. Which this is when you keep saying millennial, I'm kind of putting 1 and 2 together because the mashed potatoes on the menu are presented, their words, with a copious amount of butter. So I'm like, that's a millennial try.
Yeah, and the truffle butter too, I think.
But for me,
recession indicator, bro.
Yeah, true. I don't like filet.
Truffles as a sign of luxury. Recession indicator.
Yeah, and I'm not a big filet guy, but the steak was perfectly cooked. All the recession indicator accoutrement really set it off.
Yeah, was there a flash mob?
No, is that a recession indicator?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I mean,
and they're doing them out in LA now.
Wait, really?
To Dochi.
To girl. Are they is it for protesting?
No, it's just for it's not even to promote anything. Just to go. It's doing it for the sake of going viral. Just to feel something.
It's a community activation. Yeah. Where we're all going to go viral.
I'm finna flash mob just to feel something.
Yeah, right. So it was nice, and I really appreciated her making the effort to
lying,
right? I mean, yeah, sure. White lying to right the wrong that we experienced a couple of days before. Listen, and here's the other thing too. Of course, it's overpriced. I was already prepared for that. I knew that when the bill came, I was gonna fucking have a Jewish tantrum, a Jewish style tantrum because I'm cheap.
What does that mean?
I'm Jewish, so I can say that. It just means
what does that Jewish style tantrum mean? You didn't tip?
Getting angry at how expensive something
is. You tip 10%,
and then confiscated half of the bar.
Yeah, start putting butter packets in your bag.
Yeah, I don't know. It was nice, and it was one of those things where, we made a little day of it. I'm not going to tell this whole story, but I mentioned how I kind of fumbled my anniversary gift because this time of year for me is very difficult. Let me just run through what my April is like. We have or the end of March 30th wedding anniversary.
Ugh.
April 6th, my fucking birthday. April 9th, my dating anniversary, because when you get married, you get 2 anniversaries then. April 10th, my mom's birthday. So it's a lot. It's a lot in a short
April
amount
20th.
of time. Oh yeah, and that's when Larry can kick back and relax after making it through the emotional gauntlet of having to think about other people for a change.
Hitler's birthday, bro.
Yo, shut up. Well, listen, dude, I don't agree with what he did, but he had some points.
Also, anniversary Columbine. All right.
But that's because it was Hitler's birthday.
Right. Is that all you did for your birthday?
Oh, what I was telling you is what we did before that is we had a little afternoon.
You were doing one return to coat?
Yeah. Guys.
You ran an errand.
I tried to shop for my wife for her anniversary buying a clothing item.
On your birthday.
And while the thought really hit, and she loved it because I went off spreadsheet because everyone knows I have we had to exchange it. And then I got a second thing and it ended up being even more. I'm like, I fucked myself so bad, dude. I should have just stuck to the spreadsheet, guys.
What'd you get did you get anything for your birthday besides a restaurant reservation?
The Guinness hat.
And the Guinness hat.
And then I'll admit that I was like, let me buy something for myself, something absurd, something ridiculous. So I have had Apress on the mind because of the Noah pod, because it is
Apress this, Apress that, bro. Apress your clothes. You're looking all wrinkly and shit.
How long were you cooking on that for?
I thought about sending that to the meme group chat, but no.
Honestly, well done, dude. So I got
there's power in restraint. See,
right. So let me just to recap: dinner reservations made. That
who paid for dinner?
Us, the Schlosswells. Me. I got a Guinness dad hat, which I do love. I got a cinnamon roll, and then I bought myself the Apress zip up hoodie.
$6, by the way.
Did you put it on the TF card?
No, I bought a bunch of other shit.
Oh yeah, what else did you get? Was it good?
Tomato focaccia, a sausage and something focaccia, a sesame scallion twist, a rhubarb custard thing.
Damn, he cashed out.
Yeah, and a mushroom croissant.
So did you spend like 3 figs on fucking pastries?
No, that was like $40.
Oh, I don't. Yeah. Well, I thought
it's very reasonably priced. It's like regular pastry prices.
Maybe that's why it's hyped up, right? Because it's reasonably priced and very good.
I think it's hyped up because it's very good.
What was the best of the bunch?
I only had the 2 focaccias. I think it's mainly known for its sandwiches.
And you don't want to try this?
No, I was there too early. I'm 38. I'm trying to keep it trim.
So you gave it to me to fuck me up.
I'm trying to keep it trim. No, it's your birthday.
So I got myself, thank you. Again, thank you. I got myself the Apress waffle line zip up.
Oh, yeah,
hoodie. The cornholio joint. Though, can't
even fit your fucking hands in the pockets.
No, on my smallest head, the hood's going to be perfect.
Do you cop it online?
I thought this particular item that I wanted was sold out everywhere, and then on another group chat, somebody found Packer shoes in Jersey. It is an Apress stockist.
That's
and
right. It was wild. Apress dropped their stockist and was like, Packer Jersey. What? It's like all these like stores in Tokyo, Paris, New York,
Venspace,
Jersey City.
Yeah, Jersey City and Teaneck even. I don't know which store the Apress.
Shout out Packer though. That's sign of a great buyer.
So they had one of the black hoodies left, one of the gray. I went with the black since I have a ton of gray hoodies. And I'm excited to get it, wear it to the pod, get flamed for I understand it's a $550 zip up hoodie. That is pre-distressed. Your boy's favorite.
Why? Where is it distressed? Besides your wallet.
Why don't you wait?
And your fucking soul.
Why don't you wait and
your
see?
taste love. Okay, whatever. Apress.
So wait,
good, quote unquote, good brand, right? Everyone loves it. I just don't understand why.
It's a new Visvim.
Yeah, but this is like your rear fleece all over again, where it's like Apress had its little moment in the sun. Let's call it. It's like the yeet of Japanese brands.
But it hasn't even popped yet, dude. So you're saying in our world, it's already the sunset.
Look, in this current wave of Japanese brands,
sure,
Apress probably right up there at the top
with Orly.
I think I would put Orly
in terms of what are we talking about? Popularity,
just in terms of like momentum and hype in our echo chamber little world of like fucking menswear little nerds, right? Orly, I think, is like the leader. Maybe like kind of like the Rosa Parks.
They're showing at Paris Fashion Week,
Yeah, for sure. And also just like, it's been, I feel like it like popped or rose to prominence like a few seasons ago, at least.
Yeah.
At least like me and you have been, have been wearing Orly for, do you have Orly?
Oh yeah. The, another nice little birthday treat, the personal order is hit for both of us.
Before that.
Yeah. I have back in the seasons days.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So honestly,
what Orly do you have?
I have these beautiful kind of like it's almost a crocheted trouser.
Yeah.
And because Seasons, when it was around, was a rental service for John's, I rented a lot of Orly. Listen, everyone knows that James invented Orly. That's fine.
I'm not saying that.
But
what
I
I'm saying
am true
is
to this, not new to
Apress, it just feels like the rear fleece all over again.
Sure.
Where it's a fairly common garment. It's a zip-up hoodie.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, the hood fits your pinhead fucking dome perfectly.
It's a pea brain.
Your small little Benjamin Button penis reflecting hands fit nicely.
Reflecting hands
into the mini pockets.
Right? I don't know if the pockets are actually mini.
They look really small.
The kangaroo, maybe it's possible.
They look really tiny.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. I'm just curious to see. Like, I hope you like it. I hope you wear it quite often.
I
hope it fits into your rotation of, I don't know, 7 zip-up hoodies.
I have a lot
just
right
like
now.
when you fall hard, baby.
Oh, I'm a lover, dude. Yeah, I'm an enthusiastic joie de vivre having lover.
That's the two different arguments here.
I am an enthusiast.
When you Carter zips to use your parlance.
Thank you.
Carter zips.
Let's use my drawl.
Use your the Larry drawl. Carter zips.
Yeah.
You went fucking crazy on them, right? How many Carter zips do you think you have at this point?
Should we only count ones that I've bought or just the full rotation?
Full rotation, because like you bought them with your dignity in terms of begging for stuff. 5. Okay.
They didn't all come at the same time. 2 of those were like before the Carter zip renaissance, and then the 3 happened when quarter zips were obviously the genre du jour.
Yeah. Okay, so the Apress zip-up hoodie will soon be in your possession.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, I know that you're going to move on to something else very soon.
Yeah, I'm going to get excited about something else for sure. No doubt. That's part of why I have this as a hobby.
When was the last time you wore the rear Carter zip?
So it's so that's why I thought it was a funny kind of comparison for you to make, because while you couldn't live with yourself, right, and moved on. I mean,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I still wear it.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
When was the last time you wore it?
Probably I wore it when we got back from the UK. I didn't travel with it. I'm not going to pretend like it's been with me on my globe trotting travels as a very learned man, despite my pea brain and my Benjamin Button sized penis, apparently, which is a new thing that we'll fucking run with.
You're getting younger every day. You said your dick shrinking. You're getting baby dick.
Oh my God, dude. I have such a sidebar that I want to talk to you about, but I'll hold it for a second. I wore it when we got back. So when was that?
Okay. That was March 14th for you.
Okay. So 2 weeks ago.
Sure.
Yo, speaking of fucking fucked up little penises,
yeah.
Did you read the expose in the Wall Street Journal about Hims and finasteride just being kind of like prescribed willy-nilly? This is, by the way, this is a supplement I take via Hims. No. Dude, because and I'm blanking on the term because they're not like doctors. They don't, these mail order kind of, prescription services, they don't have to, they're not held to the same rigors of like a normal pharmaceutical company in terms of talking about side effects. So the whole thing with finasteride, for young men who take it to prevent, hair loss and maybe even get a little hair growth if they're lucky, is like you could lose some of your libido, right? And I've always been told that was like a 1% thing in terms of side effects, but it is like pretty widely known. Apparently, according to the Wall Street Journal, like the research that was done into this had been in previous like generations. I think Merck invented finasteride, and is now like, I guess whatever, the patent ran out and it's a generic kind of like Viagra or whatever. Apparently like those are like underreported numbers. So like not only are guys in the article that the Wall Street Journal talked to, like, okay, experiencing loss of libido, and from there getting suicidal like ideation and depression as another side effect. But dude, the guy they opened up the article with, bro, his genitals shrank and changed shape. Speaking of fucked up dicks.
Like went from like cylinder to triangle?
I don't know. Yo, bitch, I'm working with a rhombus over here. What the hell?
I got a fucking hexagon.
And like, I guess all these guys are like finding a lot of trouble with legal recourse. And apparently like this whole industry might have to change, and justifiably so. And I got mad nervous because the way that I got Hims, it was so easy. And this isn't a fucking plug, and I don't want it to sound like one. It was so easy. And I've been taking it.
It does not sound like a plug.
For a hair plug for so long that like, I didn't like do a ton of research, and like, what What if I killed myself because of my fucked up little dick?
Damn, bro. You have a fucked up little dick?
No, it's just as fucked up and little as it was before I started taking finasteride, dude.
All right, good. Sounds like you did the research.
To your point.
But by the way, this week's guest, Jordan Firstman, he actor on English Teacher, Rachel Snot Untitled Series, has a new album coming out.
There it is.
Hilarious comedian, just like great follow online, became a fucking social media star during the pandemic. He said that he stopped taking one of the two, minoxidil or finasteride, because he's like, I couldn't get hard.
Yeah, and again, they used to say didn't affect more than 1%. That apparently is a fallacy.
Yeah.
So be careful, guys. Just do your research. And also talk to a real doctor, not a fucking AI chatbot on the HIMSS website.
Finasteride, I'm finna ride some pussy.
All right.
All right.
Those are the suicidal
don't
ideations.
Don't kill yourself. You're so sexy, boys.
Your dick is so average.
Your dick is so
normally shaped.
Don't kill yourself. Your dick is so normal shaped. So look, I really hope you enjoy the Apress hoodie.
Yeah.
I just think it's
Can I ask you a real loaded question?
It just feels like it's like, why pay $5.50 for, you could have bought something else besides a gray zip-up hoodie. Like that totally. hole in your rotation does not exist.
No, absolutely not. I mean, I have, like you said, a plethora of zip-up hoodies already, but none of them are Apress.
Well, but okay.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
If Apress wasn't a thing,
why don't you buy yourself a husband suit
for $550?
No, for more. But not that much more.
No. First of all, I will, because now I have to copy you. I can't be left out. I can't wait to see how you look, and then obviously go and get a suit made.
Grills are like the heat of Larry.
We're still talking grills.
James Trickle Down.
We did have a phone call earlier, and someone brought up the grills, and we had to set the record straight. That's fine. I do love that you're the first guy out the trench with a lot of stuff. And to your credit, you
not a per se hoodie stuff,
and you do make a lot of these things look good. And I can't help but go, damn, dude, I want to do it better.
Thanks, bro.
Sorry, that was me in my own way. Here's the question, the loaded question: if Apress wasn't scorching hot and it wasn't on the backs of some John Ruiners, would your opinion of the brand be different? And would you be maybe browsing versus already being written off?
To me, it's a little too plain. It's a little too regular. And I understand that's, for a lot of people, that's like the draw and the beauty and attraction of it. That they are able to kind of like create beautiful garments that are like so like Reggie.
They're based on like the references are one for one.
It's like super elevated 1950s workwear.
Yeah.
Right.
And military.
For me,
the obvious stuff.
For me, when we're considering this kind of like wave of contemporary Japanese brands, for me, Orly's still number one. I think that it's more playful. It's more colorful, more like fun, and in that way, more versatile in that like it is or can be the statement piece, but it can also be like the background piece. Apress is always just be like, no one here knows I'm wearing a $550 hoodie.
You're the guy in the corner meme for sure. 100%.
Orly, I don't think is ever. I mean, there's certainly Orly pieces that like are like, oh shit, like that's like that's Orly.
Yeah.
And I could be wrong. Like I would never look at kale per se and be like, oh shit, like that is I would pay like top dollar for that. But then, when you feel the textile, when you feel it on body, when you see it on body, when it hits skin, you could become converted.
Yeah, this is like Visvim. There is a certain customer that's lying to themselves about like, oh, the quality is why it's so expensive and how well it's made. And I think that there's degrees to that. I heard an amazing metaphor from our friend Jake Wolf about Apress. He said, because another friend of ours, who I'll protect that person because I don't know if they want their opinions out there. They're saying that like when you buy something like this and it is like pre-distressed and pre-faded, it's like this is shit from an ass. Like this is poop from a butt.
Me.
Well, so then someone else was saying this.
Okay. Well, I agree. I love this person.
So you do love this person, and everyone listening does as well. We'll leave it at that. Wolf's metaphor was Apress is, to use a metaphor of cooking, is making pizza with the best ingredients in the world, whereas a lot of other designers are making crazy Michelin star level like weird meals that might not be as satisfying. And I think that's kind of bullseye.
Okay, but I would never pay $550 for a slice of pizza.
Pizza pie? A cinnamon roll? Yeah, because it is
$6.
It is just a zip-up hoodie with a tiny hood and thermal lined. We'll say.
Well, I'm glad that it came in at $550 because it was not subject to any tariffs, which we're going to talk about right now. So, tariffs. fucking sinking the economy. I don't know about you, my brokerage account. Do you trade stocks?
Bro, I looked at my retirement fund. I'm down big, dude.
Yeah. My
Not
brokerage
great.
account, which was always been tech heavy, always been
You trade on your own? You trade it?
Yeah, they call me
yourself?
Jimmy Day Trader.
Really?
No, I mean, not like
I got a guy.
I'm like here and there. I'm like, oh, okay.
Really?
Nancy Pelosi bought some Taiwan
Yeah, right.
semiconductor.
Just tail the whale.
Yeah. Warren Buffett went long on Penn Media. No,
You know he's up, dude. He's the only guy.
no, because he took all his money out.
Oh, okay.
He sold all his Apple.
Put
like
it in the
months ago.
mattress.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I've always been tech heavy. That comes from when I was at Snapchat, when I like first started like being interested in stocks, because that's when I started getting like paid in stock options, right?
Mhm.
So I'm down. I'm down big. I'm down.
I could
Let's say
say
I lost quite a few Apress hoodies.
because I'll be honest. Because I just checked my account before I came here. Should I say how much money I've lost in the current
in your
market?
401k?
Yeah.
How much?
$50,000.
Okay. Consider yourself lucky.
Oh, really? You're taking even a bigger hit? Are you in six-figure losses?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. That's good.
Let's see. Since it really went crazy a few days ago, just in brokerage, a little more than that.
Okay.
I don't know about my retirement shit. I'm sure it's also in the shitter, but
Well, you're
let it ride, baby. Let it ride.
Roth is not affected by this, right? Roth,
Let it ride, baby.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, we have to say we're not financial experts. But we do know about tariffs. We did research.
We do know about tariffs. The tariffs that are fucking everyone up. You know,
Yeah.
obviously, this hits close to home
Sure.
with the fashion industry, the supply chain, textiles, manufacturing, retailing, marketing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. A few bullet points we want to put out there
Yeah,
because
let's
we're
go.
now tariff policy
We took notes
experts.
for you guys.
Tariffs apply to goods based on where they're actually produced,
Mhm.
not where they're shipped from, right? So if something is made in country A, but you buy it from country B, the tariffs apply to country A.
Correct.
Okay.
Mhm.
So B is kind of like not exempt from these tariffs because
No.
the costs are going to be spread across the entire supply
Of
chain
course.
from growing the materials to putting them on your nipples.
As the end consumer.
Yep. The de minimis is $800. So if you make an order that is under $800, it is not affected by any tariffs.
Right.
If the order's over $800, so if you buy two garments that are $500,
Yeah.
$500, it will be affected.
A
by
great way to
tariffs.
think about this, because is one Apress hoodie versus two Apress hoodies.
Exactly. Or 1.5 Apress hoodies.
Yeah, right.
However, that de minimis of $800 does not apply to anything made in China or Hong
Ooh,
Kong, which
brutal.
is a lot of shit.
Trade war.
So yeah, that
That's
sucks.
where it's like, yeah, like, well, so here's the one positive based on just that point. The Redbubble cottage industry Goku drinking lean streetwear t-shirt. You don't need to, now your tariff on that is going to be more than the garment itself. So
Well, now
don't buy that.
Now, no, I disagree. Now that is a true indicator of wealth. That is a fucking flex.
Rick and Morty smoking a Supreme bong.
Exactly.
Okay.
If you got if you got Cowboy Bebop, fucking or the Akira guy just fucking smoking a blunt
That's your
on
rich.
your sweatsuit,
You're rich.
blowing denim tears smoke rings.
Wait, has that been done?
No, that's fire.
That's low-key genius. Yo,
That shit is
don't steal that.
that means that you're a real fucking baller. All right.
Blowing cotton wreath smoke rings.
Yeah. Well, they're not cotton wreath, they're smoke rings.
If Peter Griffin is smoking a blunt and blowing denim tier cotton wreath smoke rings.
If Brian the dog has grills that he copied from Lawrence.
Yep. Trickle down driponomics. Actually.
So look, this affects everything from like where the cotton is grown
Good riff.
to silkworms to packaging to transportation, everything. Right?
Damn, I didn't even think about the worms, dude. Think about
the fucking worms, bro.
Think about the worms.
You've been thinking about your worm. Think
Yeah,
about the
dude.
worms writ large. So on Friday, while we were waiting for a guest episode that never came to be because my man was too busy shutting down Green Street, unfortunately.
Are we going to say anything about that?
Shout out Matty Boy. My new best friend.
Stay fast, kids.
My new best friend. He's like,
Oh, can I tell you the wacky?
he's like, yo, he's like, finally, the pop-up's finally like ending. What you want? And by this point, I had been like drinking outside of Bernie's for like 2 hours. So I just sent him a photo of me pissing. And then he sent me a photo of him like his Lego waffle slides or Eggo waffle slides.
What's this? What is the line? What is the Stay Fast brand? Like jeans and hoodies? Like what is it?
I think it's just Matty Boy.
No. What are the garments? Like when
everything.
Okay.
He just makes what he wants to make.
I want to perjure myself. This is mad funny. So I was thinking about what I was going to do if Matty Boy was in the studio. I was going to wear my Timbs and bring a Sharpie and ask him to draw on my Timbs.
Wow.
Do you think he would have said yes?
No.
Okay. That was my plan. That's whack as hell, right?
That's very 37-year-old behavior. But now that you're 38, you might move beyond that.
Yeah. I was thinking about how they could become then something that it could become a financial instrument in this uncertain economy.
Right, exactly. Can't tariff the Timbs. But Friday, I was like running around all day and I bumped into and spoke with mad homies. And you know, the question and the conversation on everyone's tongue was like, what's up with these fucking tariffs, right? How are they going to affect my business? How are they going to affect your business? How are we going to deal with them? I talked to a bunch of people. First, I ran into two homies that are like New York kids, like very hustle, grind set,
young go-hards
mindset. Like they're just like, like they're the kid, and they told me this little hack for you.
Okay.
They're like, yeah, whenever I'm at the pharmacy, like CVS, and like, you know, on the little like pin pad, it's like, would you like to enter your number for points? No one ever enters a number. I enter my number and it's attached to their card forever. Yeah. So whenever that person then uses a card at CVS, I get those points.
Oh, they put in a random number.
No, they put in their phone number. The customer ahead of them makes the purchase, doesn't enter their phone number for the points. Cause like who does that, right? Oh, you want CVS membership points?
Jenna does that. Yeah.
Okay. The person's like, no, but that's still up on the pin pad. So the kid just enters his number. So he just like collects points from like whoever, all these dozens of people.
He's point farming.
Okay. And he's like, yeah, I just bought this Gatorade with my fucking points.
He's clearly never followed
New York City hustle. New York City hustle kids. They have a company that is like t-shirt, fleece, like corporate swag, you know. So I was talking to them. They're like, yeah, we're actually flying to Hong Kong, unrelated to the tariffs, but now we're obviously going to talk about it with the people. And it's like, we got to get creative, right? I don't think that, and I think this is the case across the board. I don't think that brands, it's as simple as just like, oh, we're going to foist the cost onto the consumer.
Really?
It's too simple. Well, I think that you got to, like, brands are going to get creative. And I was talking.
I hope they do.
Listen, I was talking to Andrew 316. I was talking to but
he's a good person.
The non-twins at Haven. I was talking to Jay Muser because I had a suit fitting.
These are all great guys.
Yeah. And it's not as simple as like, oh, we got to pay, let's just call it $20 more per garment. We're going to charge $20 more. It's really not that simple. I think you have to like kind of beg, borrow, steal across the whole, because you know, we know what the input costs are. It's not as simple as just like, I buy this for X, I sell it for Y.
So scratch and claw, beg, borrow, and steal, rob Peter, pay Paul across the whole supply chain to try to kind of not pass it on to the end consumer. These are people that have brands that have audience that is a community that they look out for.
Across the whole, you know, manufacturing chain, people are going to be, and entities are going to be absorbing costs, eating costs. You're going to like honestly, marketing budgets might shrink because that's something that is fully in control of the brand or the retailer.
It's bad for one of our revenue streams,
which sucks for like photographers, videographers,
influencers,
producers, influencers. Because like, well, no, in some ways it's like influencers are probably the cheapest fucking way to market your product versus like taking out billboards and taking out fancy glossy advertisements in magazines.
Oh, maybe we'll see a little influx.
That's not necessarily a good thing. You want to see more influencer marketing
for me and you?
Sure. But I don't, I don't think it's as simple as just like, oh, I'm going to charge the consumer, you know, the 20% that prices are going up, that's goes to the consumer. Cause then you're just going to isolate or alienate the consumer. Yeah. No one's going to want to pay like a 20% fee. So it's, I don't know.
Well, Andrew should start monetizing his viral reels. Make sure that goes on TikTok. Fucking monetize that. Cause his shit went crazy.
The other thing is that no one is ready to accept these tariffs as like law yet, as like de facto law just yet. Like I was talking to the swag homies, and they were like, "Yeah, the people in China are like, you know, we can't alter our entire fucking business structure, right? Because Trump could take these away in 2 weeks."
That's true. He is a bit of a loose cannon, I believe is a good term.
Yeah. On the luxury end, like, you know, Jay Muser, he's like, look, people are already like at my level of what I'm selling, what I'm doing, like. Yeah. A slight bump in price, it's not going to affect the majority of my consumers. No. And that's true of like a lot of luxury brands in general. where that's kind of like inelastic, right?
Yeah.
When like the economy is fluctuating, it's like that kind of pretty much stays the same.
Luxury survives.
I mean, where it might suck is like wine.
I think food. I mean,
I was like, yo, I started running to Hugo. I'm like, yo, Hugo, what's up with these tariffs? He's like, bro,
his wine cellar's taking a hit.
Fucked. He's like, yeah, man. Like, where's your ship? He's like, oh no, I'm talking about wine. I'm like, oh, damn.
Well, the only group that I've seen that is happy about this are the domestic, at least in our country, the Gulf Coast shrimpers. The Times wrote about that. They're fucking.
Oh, you got the shrimpy?
Yeah, my fellow shrimpies are fucking hyped because they've been getting killed in the international shrimp fucking wars, dude. They're fucking back, dude.
Damn, sucks to
Texas, fucking Florida. Who else?
So I guess invest your money in South 2 West 8. That's what I see these guys are all wearing.
I don't know, maybe, but then that's
fishing gear.
But then if you're a domestic Gulf Coast shrimper, are you going to be a lawful kind of person when it comes to tariffs, like an Andrew Chen, or are you going to just go? You're going to max out your prices right up until the fucking threshold? And how does that affect our shrimp consumption?
I don't know, bro.
I know, dude. Our shrimp cocktails at the corner store are going to go from $28 to maybe a fucking $38
shrimp might be going up. But again, it's like who pays the cost? I think that's,
for shrimp, I think that's going to be the restaurant, and the restaurant passes on to the consumer.
Well, margin. I mean, there's margins across like
because I eat, I don't look at price.
Yeah, but also like, what's the cost of bait? Is the cost of bait going up?
Where's the bait from?
Where the net's made? Where the net's made, bro.
And not even
where's what gas they put in their fucking tanks?
Yeah, the nylon that goes into the nets. What about the ship, dude? Where do they make the ship? Where do they make that ship at?
I don't know.
China? I don't know. Maybe too.
But I think it's just general, like in speaking to people kind of across the spectrum, from like t-shirt guys to like suiting guys and kind of in between. Everyone's just like, we're so confused. We don't know what it's going to be. We have to adapt. We have to be nimble. We have to be flexible. You know, I felt a little tinge of nostalgia for when like COVID hit. And when we were like, yo, be a hero, buy clothes. Seriously. And it is like, support the little guys, right?
Yeah.
It really is like, all right, if you want the stores and the brands and the small businesses to survive, you're going to have to like be choosy with your money here and like spend it on the little guys who are going to be able to weather this. If you want them to weather the storm, don't be fucking buying your shit off Amazon.
Yeah.
Don't be, buying Shein and Temu, all that,
And also you're going to get fucking tariffed out the ass. Like if you do buy Shein and Temu, the tariff, the de minimis that doesn't exist on, like this with the joke about the Rick and Morty fucking streetwear Redbubble shit. It's like, it's not even worth you could be spending $100. You're going to buy a $5 t-shirt, right? You're going to get hit with the tariff. When it's all said and done, you have money for a real garment.
Yeah.
At that point.
Hey, Trump, you want me to get hit with de minimis? How about you hit these nuts?
Nice. Here's a question for you. Of the top industries, and I'm actually asking, I don't know, of the top, let's say, top 10 industries that are most going to get butt fucked by tariffs, it feels like fashion is up there because of like where all the materials come from, where everything is made. Like you can't just be like, well, yo, I'm going to fucking shop at Buck Mason. Okay, they maybe assemble or manufacture stuff, but what about all the fucking raw materials?
Yeah.
Right?
I think it's
like that's not going to work. So who's benefiting from this?
I think fashion might be up there only because it's such a house of cards, because the margins are so small, because there are so many steps.
Razor thin.
Because there are so many steps in like how the stuff goes, gets on your back. And everyone just like if one thing goes wrong, the whole fucking domino chain just falls.
Bro, how is this going to affect the Banana Republic White Lotus collab?
Oh no.
Oh, dude. I have so much shit sitting in my cart right now.
Oh no. What do you get?
So many sets, dude.
Yeah.
There's like so many sick sets, dude.
Do you get the White Lotus they did a fucking pina colada flavored creamer.
Really?
Yeah, with like a coffee brand. Yo, coffee's gonna get fucked,
dude. 100%.
Oh, should I become a Celsius guy?
Is Celsius? How does this affect energy drinks?
How does this affect Zyn?
So we got the Zyn factories now in wherever it is in Kentucky. They bought that, but I'm a fully international Zinner. All my Zyn comes from the same place that you guys buy your Our Legacy. Sweden. So
Scandinavia is about to fucking up the tariff iron on you too,
bro. And this is going to become a game of chicken.
Where does Jersey Mike's get Mike's juice from, bro?
The components that go into the juice is the olive oil from Italy.
No, definitely not.
I don't know, dude.
It is synthesized in New Jersey.
Bro, honestly, if a Jersey, first of all, when you when you get a Jersey Mike's sandwich delivered to you, it's like a $35 sandwich just as is after fees. So honestly, it's like I'm
the Mike's delivery or the corner store shrimp cocktail for today.
I would pay $50 for a Jersey Mike's sub.
Wow,
they're that good. I love them that much. So yeah, fucking White Lotus creamer for real, dude.
Yeah.
Did you not? I mean, okay, should we? All right, we're going to talk to finale real quick. If you have spoiler alerts incoming, so fucking fast forward.
Tariffs. Last point on tariffs.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Support the little guys. Spend your money wisely. Be a hero. Cop Johns.
Run for public office.
Look at the brands and stores that shut because of COVID. That is on you as the consumer.
Don't let it happen again.
Spend your money. Remember de minimis, which is a great fucking name for anything. And yeah, I think it's just like people are confused. I think that brands and retailers and everyone's going to get creative in terms of like, because you simply cannot just pass the cost on to the consumer.
No,
prices are going to go up, but like
we'll be getting creative at Throwing Fits Creative Agency LLC. Our cut and sew coming from India is going to be directly affected by tariffs, like everyone else.
Yeah,
we'll have to see how that shakes out. Well, soon come, guys.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, let's talk about the White Lotus for now. Let's talk about culture for a second.
So here's the thing, dude.
Here's what you can't tariff: American cultural exports.
I'll give you your flowers, your White Lotuses, because everything that you kind of said when we last talked about this kind of came to fruition. Where like, let's say that this shit is mid as hell.
It's 8 episodes of vibes.
It's the most mid-season of a.
Yeah, but that's not groundbreaking. Everyone said that.
No, but when I don't know, were people saying that when you said that? I'm trying to.
I don't know when I said that.
I don't know, a couple of weeks ago.
Don't try to put me into this like TV fucking oracle. It's like
I wasn't saying that.
This show was just 8 episodes of vibes. Like nothing really happened. Okay, then stuff happened, but like
it was very predictable.
So many storylines just fucking got completely ignored. Oh, there's a mass shooting. They just get on a boat.
What the hell? That's how they rock in Thailand, dude. I don't know.
The entire fucking Thomas Ravenel storyline just like doesn't matter.
The fact that the son got resurrected, that was a pussy ass call.
Yeah.
The big thing for me that bummed me out is watching the show. Jen and I had called. I won't say called because I'm not a TV oracle either. We were just like, it seems like this Jim guy is going to turn out to be fucking Goggins' dad.
Yeah, that was the most like.
So it's like
thing of all time. Goggins goes back to the hotel.
He's having fucking a continental breakfast.
Can I ask you a question?
In the hotel of the guy who he just assaulted? What?
Did Mike White hire you to ghostwrite Zion's lines? Yo, I'm straight tripping, y'all. I'm straight tripping, my G. Well, this ain't very dope of y'all. This ain't very trim.
I guess we'll just come out and say it. I was actually casted and then I was kicked off the project for
you were CGI'd.
That my black scent was too strong. So they were like, we can't have this 38-year-old guy playing an NBA student. We're done with thinking he's black.
We need to get rid of this DEI hire for the tax exemptions.
They found that I was Jewish and I was cut, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, Belinda got her dough, and that's kind of nice.
But it's also like, guys, relax. It is a TV show. It was mid. It's been mid. Like, there's not
the second season was great TV.
It's fun. It's fun to like fall into it. It's fun to fall into it and to like the memes, the Evan Ross Katz of it all. The second screening of it. No? Oh, sorry. What was that look?
That to me is shout out Evan Ross Katz, friend of the show. I think that the kind of blind terminal glazing that happens on social media.
That's what I'm saying.
Hurts this.
Oh, okay. See,
I don't find that.
I think that becomes the fun. Where it's like, and then people are like,
glass half full.
The show fucking sucks. It's like, yeah, it's been sucking, bro.
That's a protein shake half full from you. I like that.
It's been Mike White just writing himself into corners and just like ignoring characters, just falling, just disappearing.
Yeah.
Storylines that you Game of Thrones, storylines that you were following all of a sudden don't matter.
What was this?
No resolution.
Like for me, I wanted to see what would happen to the Ratcliffe family, the Scion specifically, with like the financial crimes, which like also, you know what I kind of hate, where it's like it's prestige television. Like I don't, show not tell. I don't need to tell you what happened because it's prestige. Like that's a cop out too.
Yeah.
That just kind of exists as a cloud, in my opinion, over the genre.
Goggins is cool, but like his whole storyline was like, I mean, they should have just done a spinoff with him and Sam Rockwell.
Oh, dude, I would watch that tomorrow. Rockwell for sure, MVP. I also thought Carrie Coon was fantastic, and that monologue that she delivers at dinner, even though, again, they just wrapped up that beef super kind of perfectly with a bow. I did think that her just loving being along for the ride, I think to me is, I think everyone has friends like that where it's like maybe you're dealing with shit, but like you see your friends win and you want to almost like be happy with them. And like she said, like it's just the time that you've spent with people. I actually found that quite moving, and I thought she did an amazing job, and I'm being sincere and earnest in that.
I don't think this show, look, it's fun to watch rich people do bad things. That's all the show is. It is vibey as hell. The music is such a part of that, which, you know, RIP to that guy. The full version of the song, slapper.
Yeah, and the
fucking slapper. And the last minute and a half, go and watch, find it on YouTube and start at like a minute 40.
When like the vocals listen to the whole thing.
No.
Yeah.
No. Skip to a minute 40.
Fuck the drop, dude. Yeah.
No, that's where the build begins for the drop.
The fact that he's like, yeah, I just can't work with this guy. This guy sucks. Like, I think kind of, I don't know. I don't want to say it validated a lot of people's opinion, but I think that I'm not surprised that happened. And quite frankly,
good riddance
I think
to White
that,
Lotus.
well, here's the thing. The pressure now for the next season, is it insurmountable? I think we're seeing the demise in real time.
For sure. See, 3 seasons.
But
move on. Kill White Lotus. Move on.
So it's almost like a True Detective thing. You would have liked to see that just be like the one and done versus, you know, kind of, even though I think True Detective season 2 and 3 underrated.
2 underrated. What was 4? 4 just happened, right? 4 sucked.
No, 4 does not count.
3, Mahershala Ali, very good.
Yeah.
1, goated, but also wasn't it like? Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't it different writers and directors every single time?
Nick Pizzolatto did 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
And then they gave it to the fucking chicks.
Oh, DEI hires.
they fumbled the Alaskan handoff.
Yeah, they should tariff that shit.
That shit sucked. Night Country?
That was another one where it's like, wait, so there's zombies, but they just didn't have, they're just gone now?
Bro, it's magic, bro. It's Matthew McConaughey's mom. What was that? I don't remember. That shit sucked so much fucking dick, dude. Anyway, White Lotus is on fucking notice. Mike White, you're on notice. I don't know anyone.
Shout out Mike White for just scamming HBO into getting a 9-month trial. And so I know someone that got to stay on set, not part of production.
While they were filming or just at the same location?
While they were filming.
Wow.
Towards the end.
Okay.
So it was kind of like low key. Because like shit was like already pretty much in the can. And actually, no, that's not true. She was not in the can. So the actual people working on the film were like pulling, 16-hour days, but they just had homies staying with them in the villa.
Fire.
And they just fucking chilled.
So like Zion, just like getting a free fucking ride.
What? Oh, Zion the character, not Zion the Return to the Homeland.
No. Okay. No, Zion the son who just crashed with Belinda, his mom.
Yeah. Oh, the guy that he played with the CGI fucking Schmeagol.
Andy Serkis?
Andy Serkis, yeah.
What does Andy Serkis have to do with this?
Huh?
I'm talking about
Gollum. He played Gollum.
Yeah, but I'm talking about, you said a free ride. Zion, the son, who you said talks like I talk like, he just showed up and crashed in a room.
I thought that you played him just with like one of those CGI suits, those Andy Serkis suits.
Yeah. And
what's up, dog? We're gonna tie that. We're gonna get this straight now, y'all.
They said it was a very offensive caricature.
Dude, I can't wait for you to see your Emmy. So brave, Lawrence.
Yo, do you think it's gonna be nominated for like any awards?
Of course, bro.
They're
gonna
glaze
just like
it.
this.
Yeah.
It's the fucking circle jerk of Hollywood, bro. This is why the studio, which slaps, but any movie or show about Hollywood, automatic Oscar contender.
The studio. I'm watching it. I find it kind of fucking annoying.
His fits are too fitting.
Ooh, I got some interesting intel about, the whole Cuccinelli scene in the Warner.
Yeah.
Not a Cuccinelli suit, and that wasn't necessarily approved or had anything to do with the brand. And I don't think they were very happy about
Shout
that.
out Chuck.
With the working pine holes.
What do you think about the Beatles? Another big Hollywood news drop.
So
this is
I like the cast.
This is White Larry. This is peak White Larry.
Bro.
The Beatles.
Classic rock, biopics.
Not even classic rock, Beatles.
Beatles are classic rock.
I'm saying, forget.
Yeah. The Beatles. I love the Beatles. All right, can I ask you a question? Is it going to be, so it's 4 movies from every Beatle perspective, and it's coming out, they're going to do it 4 weeks in a row?
That's so stupid.
I'm sad, dude. I'm so sad. And it's going to be so expensive.
Yeah.
But see, here's the thing, dude. This is the prestige streaming televisionification of the theater going experience. So I don't love that, but I do kind of like how they're attempting to kind of merge the zeitgeist with Hollywood and just the classic theater experience. And I'm curious to see if it's gonna hit. I will be seeing all of these easily.
Of course, because you don't do anything except watch movies, weekends, weekdays, off work hours.
Is the entertainment industry going to be hit with tariffs?
What?
Is the entertainment industry going to be hit with tariffs?
Probably.
I guess everyone is.
I don't know.
Who is this good for?
I don't know.
There's got to be guys that are in the inner circle that
Warren
are like
Buffett.
do this, dude. Yo, it would be fucking sick if you just levy tariffs.
It's good for protectionists that are like, oh, fuck free
isolationists
trade,
and etc.
Nativists.
Yeah. All the bad kind of ists.
The what was the Daniel Day-Lewis party in Gangs of New York? The native borns.
Oh, what are they called? Oh,
the born here's.
the took our jobbers.
The nativists.
The native. Yeah, they're the what was their crew? They were they had the dead rabbits. You have the fucking
great book, by the way, Gangs of New York. Nonfiction.
You've talked.
You don't have to look it up.
Okay, sorry. On my new MacBook Pro.
Nice. This is the Boomer cinematic universe.
Yeah, dude. The
this
BCU.
Is like
the Beatles cinematic universe.
This is the BCU. No, this is Boomer because you know that fucking.
I'm not a Boomer. I'm a trim 38-year-old.
Sick.
I'm YVL, dude.
Bob Dylan movie performing really well. Did it perform well?
Yeah.
Okay. Just like the biopicification of just like boomer icons.
Definitely.
First of all, Beatles, overrated. I get that they're pioneers of rock music and pop music and pop stardom.
Ooh, should I put like Beatles song as outro just to piss you off? Because
do whatever you want.
You're not going to listen. He's not listening.
Put on the Grey album, Jay-Z next to Beatles.
Oh, and Danger Mouse.
DJ Danger Mouse.
Oh, what is Danger Mouse up to?
He's eating off the fucking.
He served you the cinnamon roll?
No, he's gonna soundtrack the 4 movies.
I hope
that's the thing, right? Is that they're gonna try and
getting the rights.
They're gonna try and make this relevant to millennials and Gen Z. There's going to be like a Minecraft crossover.
The boomers are not the only generation that understands the greatness that is the Beatles.
Oh yeah, the Beatles, such great songwriters. I Want to Hold Your Hand.
Okay, all right. Anything else?
Here Comes the Sun.
Great song. Are you kidding me?
It's baby music.
Here Comes the Sun.
Give me a Neil Young biopic. God damn it.
Who would you like to see play Neil Young?
Bernthal.
He could do it all.
Tom Hardy.
What also can do it all.
Yeah.
Tom Hardy is this summer. Tom Hardy is Neil Young.
Yeah. What color is black when it's burned?
Yeah, it should be Idris Elba, dude.
Yeah. It should be Lawrence Schlossman.
I'm available.
Yeah, Beatles 4 movies. Cool. Now we're doing this with,
You don't think it's interesting? This release is kind of game changing and could be a disruptor.
I think it's gaming. I think it's trying to game. Boomers. It's boomer bait.
So we're putting them all out because they might die. The audience might die before all 4 movies drop.
No, but also it's the only generation with money.
Yeah,
and it's
theater money.
The Beatles, I think, are so endemic to the American societal tapestry because like boomers were so fucking into it. It was at the start of like parents had Beatles records that they would just play at home that would indoctrinate their kids that are now our age. So you're gonna have boomers, millennials going to see this fucking bullshit, which I never. Weigh in on the comments. You fuck with the Beatles?
When you see me and my dad 4 weekends in a row seeing the Beatles biopic and we're both wearing head to toe cartoons, getting high streetwear, just know that the Schlossmans are eating good. I ain't talking the corner store. Yeah. That will be to see 4 movies. So movie tickets are what, $20? We'll call it even.
Sure.
So yeah, I mean, it's like paying for it's a streaming service subscription 4 times over in 1 month.
I think
it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
I think that,
and we're in a recession.
The last boomer cash-ins are happening now. We saw this with, I think concerts are such an indicator of like the fact that boomers are willing to spend hundreds of dollars to go see Bruce Springsteen like I did, Neil Young like I did. But, honestly, I'm the fucking boomer here.
But because you to some degree, I think you project, you like your own boomer stuff and other people can also like boomer stuff.
But if they made like a fucking a Neil Young,
the Springsteen biopic with Jeremy Allen White is coming out. Are you? I know, but
it's not gonna be. It's probably on an airplane. It's not gonna be 4 movies.
No,
where you have to pay $80 just to get the whole experience. What I'm saying is that this is like they're like, oh, boomers are willing to spend money on like cultural forays and not expeditions to make it 4 movies is so fucking gratuitous.
You don't want to see a movie from the perspective of Lil Stevie?
No.
Or every other member
They
of the
have
E Street Band?
have a Little Stevie documentary that I've tried to watch on an airplane.
I am. It's fun. This is the duality
You're
of man.
sat. You're sat and you're trim.
Dude, my trim ass is sat. Boots down, Queen.
Yeah.
You already know. Okay, I'll see.
I
I'll see it for us.
Okay, cool. I got very trim this past week when I had food poisoning, Lawrence.
What gave you food poisoning? Who's the culprit?
So I had a really shitty start of the week, right? We talked about how I was in the ER for 5 hours. Then that night, all of a sudden, I just started shitting and puking my brains out.
Yeah.
I think I know who the culprit is. I think that, and I'm not going to name them.
Okay.
But we did name them in last week's episode. So just like the Beatles quad biopic, if you want to solve the mystery of Jimmy's upset tummy, go listen to last week's episode.
Something from Sunday.
What?
Something you ate on Sunday?
No.
Oh, I don't even know.
So
anyway,
I went.
This is Monday. You were sick.
Yes, Monday night. And then Tuesday, I was just like fucking out. When you had your suit fitting, your corner store attempt, and your event.
It wasn't my. It was a suit fitting, but I was helping my boy get a tuxedo for his wedding.
Sure.
To be clear.
I can't remember the last time I threw up. Period.
Really?
I barfed 4 or 5 times.
Yikes.
Pooping my brains out.
A barfer's dozen.
Yeah. But, we've all pooped. We've been pooping our brains out for.
Been
shit.
What did you
So I think that it was so I went to a coffee shop and I think I was in a rush. I couldn't go to my normal spot. Shout out Cafe Vita. And this place had, and I clocked it in the moment, but I didn't like act on it in the moment, which shame on me, but I think this might have been it. They had just a bowl of ice with like cartons of milk on it. And the whole milk was kind of sitting on top of everything else. So it wasn't in direct contact with the ice. So I think the milk might have gone bad. But
Tariffs.
also this, like a dollop of milk isn't
a dollop. You probably shouldn't be drinking milk if it comes out in dollops, my friend.
No, a dollop. It's just a.
That's a pour. A dollop would be like a more, I think of like a viscous substance that is dolloped.
You're thinking of cum. Just
you put cum in your coffee.
You're gonna do a dollop of milk.
You got a sexually transmitted.
You're thinking of like a whipped cream, like
yeah, that's a dollop
on a cake. You can also do.
You're telling me that someone besides you in the history of the world has said a dollop of milk?
Yes.
All right.
You want to Google it on your brand new MacBook Pro?
No, I will not. I'll let
honestly,
the audience should make their mind up at home.
The lag between you Googling something and you reading it off is about to go from like 55 seconds to 25 seconds. That's great. Dollop of milk. What do you Google?
Dollop of milk. A dollop is a small amount of soft food. Ooh, not a liquid.
Okay.
Ooh.
A dab of milk?
A dab of ranch? No, I think you mean a pour, a small pour. A pour.
I'm go with dollop.
Please, sir, may I have another pour of milk?
Language is all about evolution and human usage.
So you put some spoiled milk in your coffee.
I'm pretty sure because then like I tasted everything. Like I tasted each layer as it came up. And like, at one point I tasted coffee. So
dude.
I was like, oh fuck, there goes 3 p.m.
How was your sick day?
It's great.
Dude, can I ask you a question? So James,
how's my sick day for you?
Smashing.
Yeah. You did a lot of work.
Smashing, man. Let me ask you a question.
Get a lot of work done?
Before my favor for my friend, that I also had an element of, I was involved myself. But anyway.
Yeah.
And I say this sincerely. You're such a hard worker. You're very I would say like a locked in guy, gets a lot done. You're a grinder. Is a sick day kind of like, are you relieved or are you like, fuck, dude, I wish I was working?
I was like, I hope Lawrence picks up the slack. I know he will. He's a great partner. So that the rest of my week isn't so fucked.
Facts.
The rest of my week was pretty fucked.
Oh, come on, dude.
I was too sick to care because I was like,
oh, really?
I was like,
is that bad?
I was sleeping in like 1.5 hour increments, like 4 times.
Oof.
I could only eat some fucking multigrain flaxseed crackers and Gatorade Pedialyte, Gatorade.
How did you entertain yourself?
I tried watching Queer.
Yo, that's got to be for you because that was tough. That's a little too artsy even for me. I'm sure you hated that.
I liked it. I didn't finish it. Okay. I saw Omar Apollo's penis.
Got to be prosthetic.
I didn't see Drew Starkey's penis until later. But I only got about an hour in. He hasn't yet looked for like the peyote or ayahuasca or whatever.
Right. Are you going to return to Queer?
Yeah, eventually.
The Queer cinematic universe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Next time I'm barfing and want to watch some gay dudes. To be clear, the gay dudes didn't make me sick.
Right.
I was sick, and then I watched the gay shit.
And they made you sicker.
Yeah. I watched Unstoppable.
Ooh.
With Denzel and Chris Pine.
Stop that train, bro. Somebody better stop.
Oscar nominee for Best Sound.
I mean, listen, dude. From what I remember, the sound design really keeps you fucking in the moment, you know?
Yep. A lot of, That Guy cast.
Oh, awesome. Great
Fat
movie.
kid from Boy Meets World. Gail. Gail. No, not Gail. Sleazy cousin from The Departed.
Oh, okay.
That guy.
Not Gail from Breaking Bad and
Billions.
Billions.
No. Sleazy cousin.
Right-hand man.
Sleazy cousin who is Leo's in to dealing coke.
I love that. Yeah.
That guy. He was also starred in like a Fox sitcom where he was a guy, just like a sleazy cousin.
Yeah, he's great.
Rosario Dawson.
Ooh. Cory Booker's ex-girlfriend.
Fucking Ben from Veep.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
How young is he in that? Is he
Old
child?
as hell.
Really?
You don't.
Oh, sorry. Ben from Veep, not right.
Not Jonah.
That guy.
Yeah.
Got it. And not even I wasn't even thinking of Jonah, but yeah.
Yeah. Whatever. It lasted, and then about like 9 o'clock, I was like feeling good enough to like, oh, let me tap into like the work that we're supposed to work on together that,
Oh, for the podcast that never happened.
Yeah. Oh, so you had the foresight. You're like, oh. You know what? I'm gonna not do it because this pod's definitely not gonna happen.
I did do it, but I'm not a TV oracle, but some might say I'm an oracle of podcasting, which is, and you are too, which is why we're so good at our job. And we're the only podcast that matters.
So you know what? I was like, let me fucking get my health in order. Let me go see the dentist, even though I don't have dental insurance and I gotta pay out of pocket.
Puke out of my gullet.
Yeah. I was like,
professionally.
I was like, all the acid that came up can't be good for your teeth.
No.
Let me make a dentist appointment for the first time in, I don't know, 3 years. I don't have dental insurance. I found one up in Greenpoint near the Radio Bakery that has a new patient special.
Is it a Polish dentist?
No, it's one of these like cursed millennial. It's like the Warby Parker,
the sweet green of dentists.
It's like the Warby Parker of dentists, where like the walls are talking to you. Like there's like words on the walls and shit. There's like an art magazine in the waiting room.
How many Polacks does it take to clean one tooth?
You're an adult, but they give you like a goodie bag.
What's in the goodie bag?
I don't know. I didn't open it.
Also,
like a toothbrush and like toothpaste. There's
what all dentists do.
Yes.
Give you the goodie bag.
There's a screen here where I was like stoked.
Oh, right.
But then like they just used like they had like a camera and they're like showing me my teeth. I'm like, oh God.
That's what was on the screen. They didn't let you just like watch Breaking Bad.
Well, then they had this shit and I was like trying to touch screen it. Didn't have the remote. They just put on Great British Bake Off. I was like, hell yeah, this is very soothing and calming,
relaxing for sure.
But then I had to turn this way, so I was like, trying to watch it at the side of my eye, and I couldn't. I just stopped.
What was the prognosis? How are the teeth doing? You haven't been to the dentist in years.
Like your teeth look great. Keep doing what you're doing. You have a small cavity. You can like, it's fine now. It doesn't hurt. It's you can get it done in 6 months, or you can get it done now. I'm like, how much? Is
a filling expensive at the millennial dentist?
Out of pocket, $380.
Almost an Apress hoodie.
Yeah. Total though, I paid one Apress hoodie plus tariffs, I believe, is what my trip to the dentist cost.
And worth it because this has been a long time coming.
I learned that tongue brushing or tongue scraping, not that necessary. It's a trend.
Really?
You can do it if you want.
Interesting.
It depends on like how many like lines and cracks you have in your tongue because that's where like the bacteria builds up.
It's tongue dependent.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like you can.
I don't
have to.
I don't scrape my tongue.
And it said teeth whitening strips. Yes, they work, but you have to do them every day for a week. You can't just do it once and like
before a date or something.
They'll be bright for like a few hours. So you can do it before a date. But if you really want to see the effects, use the strips for like a week.
I thought that was how people use the strips, where you just like lock in for a week and you whiten your teeth.
I don't know. But the whole time I'm fucking sitting there and like, my phone's on silent. Great British Bake Off is happening over here. I was just wondering, like, I was thinking about my childhood dentist, which he was a comedian on the side. Have I ever told the story?
I don't think so. Not that I can remember.
So he was like I'm not gonna say his name because I think he's still with us, but he was awesome. No, he was awesome.
Lobby.
He would do like magic tricks.
He's a magician.
He would do Donald Duck voice. He would do magic tricks. He would like
what can't
tell you jokes. Yeah. He like put a glove on your hand and filled it up with air, and then it would shoot off.
Was he a child? Did he specialize in child dentistry? So like these are all skills he acquired over time to make kids feel at ease in the dentist chair.
Most Disney movies and like Spielberg 80s movies I saw in like increments in his waiting office.
Nice.
He had a Pac-Man arcade game. But
what's gonna happen to E.T.?
When I got to college, I met some other kids from New York, some other New York kids, and these two girls, and they were like, "Oh, should we also go to Dr. Beep?" And I was like, "Oh, that's hilarious." And then we like, whatever, we're still friends now. One spring break or after spring break, they come back to campus and they're like, "James, holy shit, you're never gonna believe this." I'm like, what? They're like, "So, you know how Dr. Dentist is like a comedian?" So we were like walking around downtown or whatever, and we're like, "Fuck it, let's just go to a comedy show." And we're just like chilling in the crowd, and Dr. Dentist comes out and starts doing his fucking stand up.
He was getting spots about the cellar,
and he's like, "Yeah, I became a children's dentist because I hate kids and I love torturing them, and I love sleeping with their mothers."
What a beast!
Yeah,
that's incredible.
And he's like, just his whole thing is just like torturing kids.
Wow.
He's like,
fucking their moms.
I mean, the whole fucking mom thing up there was like a exaggeration, I hope.
I was going to say, was your dad or your mom who took you?
My mom, I think.
Oh,
for the sake of my parents and all the patients' parents.
You're like, why am I watching more of Jurassic Park this time?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah, why when Jurassic Park comes on do I get really traumatized? But yeah, his whole thing was that he fucking hates kids. I mean, it was
so fire.
It was a bit, but like it was fucking hilarious. So I couldn't think about that.
That crush.
I couldn't stop thinking about that, and I couldn't stop about like also, you know, because we mentioned Carl Radke has like the best veneers or the worst veneers of all time.
Veneers, you've seen the pushback just up against veneers. Veneers are being
it's the veneer demic.
Yeah. Sorry. So you were thinking about Carl's piano
teeth? I was like looking around, I was like, and the cursed millennial dentist spot, and everything's like shiny and new. I'm like, all these like new medical machines, like that type of drill, I've never seen that before. Things done changed in my 3 years since I was last at the dentist.
It was a different world when you last went to the dentist.
I was like, did a coked up Carl Radke sell this dental machine to my dentist?
It's possible.
Because this is definitely his clientele. And the timeline kind of matches up, right? When he was a coked out, he was doing dental sales.
Yeah, he was going crazy.
Before he joined Loverboy and tried to launch Soft Bar.
What do you mean tried? It did not happen?
He's currently fundraising. It's actually going to be in Greenpoint.
No.
Yeah.
Yo, we got to go.
Yeah.
Or you should just go and do a review.
It's kind of like on the board. Well, I don't think it's gotten funded yet.
I'm not going to lie.
You can invest.
Bro, one thing I'm divesting from, that's also, speaking of White Lotus TV on the decline, this season is Summer House. Here, you know what? Let me ask you this, right? Have you ever noticed this before? That so little was going on that parties are being broken up in half on the show because they're just trying to eke out content. I was like, this is a recession indicator for what was at one point, I think, the consensus #1 Bravo show for this podcast. And I think they're trying to just milk they're trying to re-edit and like milk the Craig Page thing. All right. If you invest $500 in Soft Bar, you get a Soft Bar tote and hat. Fire.
That has been sold out though. So you can still invest $500, but you won't get the perk. $750 Soft Bar tote hat and t-shirt.
Okay. That's available. That package?
That's available. You invest a rack, Soft Bar tote, and a curated bag of NA favorites.
Ooh. With the mushroom dustings?
Yeah, bro.
Nice.
Let me just skip ahead to what's
the big one?
25 G's, private event for 40 guests at Soft Bar, Brooklyn location. 1 of 1.
Wow. That's like the Patreon tiers back in the day.
For $1,500, Soft Bar tote, curated bag of NA favorites, and admission for 2 to Soft Bar's opening night launch party.
You know that we just hit West and we got to go. Yo, should we hit West and be like, bro, we want to be your +1s to Soft Bar opening? If it opens, they are currently at 11% of their $1.24 million max goal. Oh, we've hit like GoFundMe level digital panhandling to get this place open. Yes. We have 146 investors and 23 days left to raise 89% of $1.24 million. Let's fucking do it. God damn, Carl, you're down bad, brother. I know. Guys, happy to announce that we are this close to meeting the goal of the Nyenkenke School Build Project in Uganda. Ooh. So I know you're going to donate all your hard-earned dollars there. Lawrence, I'm so happy you donated. How much money did you donate? What was the deal with spending money at Stranger Light? How did that work? Wait, all time or just right now? To the School Build Project. When you came back, I donated 100 bones, and then at anonymously. What do you mean? Why would I use my name? I did the same thing for the homie in the cord. Okay, thank you for that. Save your hard-earned dollars. And I know you're going to try and get the School Build Project across the finish line. Let's redirect to the Soft Bar. Wait, that's because that's who needs it the most right now? Is Carl Radke.
Yeah, we need about $880,000.
Did the sandwich do well?
I don't know. I haven't gotten the numbers back yet.
Did you get any reviews from like listeners about your sandwich smashing?
Yeah, some bunch of people. One kid was like, "Yo, that was the best bite I had all year."
Really good, guys. I'm sorry that it should be a permanent addition.
We'll see.
Unless the price of shrimp goes up.
Strange Delight, they're doing one this week that doesn't have any shrimp in it, but it's with Justine Snack. It's amazing to see how all these food people that they've partnered with have like 1 million followers.
They're big time, dude.
And I have like 40,000, and like their reels is like 700,000 views, and I'm like 40,000 views,
but see,
please.
your sandwich was like the cool if you know, you know.
Hell yeah.
And even if it made a meager amount of money, which we're still waiting for the numbers to come in. We don't know. We're still waiting for the numbers to come in. It was, I think, like a really cool branding exercise for Strange Delight. It was a delicious sandwich.
Soft bar coming soon. Fingers crossed. This has been another episode of the only podcast that matters. Hey, Tariffs ain't hitting podcast, baby.
Don't fucking wish. Who knows? Don't fucking.
It's made in America.
With who knows? Where's the Zoom from? Where do I get what about all the file management, dude? Where's our fucking hard drive from, dude? That shit's all made in China. All the tech is from China,
bro.
Come on, bro.
Zoom Corporation, based in Tokyo, Japan.
Oh, that's why the pod sounds so fucking sick.
And production is outsourced to Asian EMS companies.
Yo, with all the tariffs on all the things you love, like the best value now is just a clean $9 to us every month on Substack, which obviously if you're listening to right now, you're already doing. So congrats on being financially literate and a expert in good politics.
Oh no, Zoom, like the telecommunication company, is based in San Jose, California.
The meeting company. Yeah. Fuck that.
Fuck meetings. All right, this is another episode of The Only Podcast Matters. Jeff, take us out.
Enjoy the 2 Hollis, guys.